A seismic awakening in one of the world's most closely monitored volcanic regions has startled scientists and alarmed the public. On June 29, 2025, a violent volcanic eruption shook Yellowstone National Park, marking the most significant geological event in the area in over a century. While not a full supervolcanic eruption, the sudden activity provides a stark reminder of the raw power hidden beneath Earth's crust. What happened in Yellowstone? At 5:42 a.m. local time, geologists detected a massive tremor registering 6.8 on the Richter scale, followed by a series of intense hydrothermal explosions and an eruption through a fissure near the Norris Geyser Basin. Superheated steam and ash burst hundreds of meters into the air. Tourists were swiftly evacuated as emergency sirens echoed through the park. Footage captured by geothermal monitoring stations and bystanders showed plumes of ash, boiling mud and rock fragments being hurled skyward. Thermal cameras revealed temperatures exceeding 500 degrees Celsius at the eruption vent. "This is the most intense activity we've seen from Yellowstone in our lifetimes," said Dr. Emily Hart, lead geologist at the Yellowstone Volcano Observatory, YVO. "It's not the apocalyptic scenario many fear, but it's a critical geological event." Understanding Yellowstone's SUPERVOLCANO. Yellowstone sits atop a massive magma chamber, one of the largest on Earth. This underground reservoir fuels geysers like Old Faithful and hot springs throughout the park. The last supereruption occurred around 640,000 years ago, creating the massive Yellowstone caldera and releasing over 1,000 cubic kilometers of material. Since then, the caldera has experienced smaller eruptions and hydrothermal events, with minor lava flows as recent as 70,000 years ago. Though it's classified as a supervolcano, eruptions like the one in 2025 are more likely and less catastrophic. Science behind the eruption. According to preliminary data from YVO, the eruption was triggered by rapid magma movement beneath the crust, pressurizing the overlying rock and water-saturated sediments. This led to a phreatomagmatic explosion, a violent interaction between magma and groundwater. Satellite deformation data from INSAR, interferometric synthetic aperture radar, showed that parts of the ground rose over 20 centimeters in the weeks leading up to the event. Subtle signs that now seem unmistakably ominous in hindsight. Impact and response. More than 9,000 visitors were evacuated from the park within hours. Ashfall lightly dusted areas as far as Billings, Montana, causing brief flight delays and prompting local health advisories. Wildlife fled from hotspots, and the air quality dropped temporarily. The National Park Service has temporarily closed off the northwestern region of Yellowstone. Meanwhile, teams from the U.S. Geological Survey, USGS, and NASA are monitoring aftershocks, gas emissions, and ground deformation. This event is a wake-up call not just about Yellowstone, but about the need to monitor all active volcanic systems worldwide. Dr. Hart emphasized, "Are we facing a supereruption?" Despite the drama, scientists urge calm. The 2025 eruption, though powerful, is nowhere near the scale of a full supervolcanic eruption, which would affect the entire globe. Instead, this was a regional-scale event, large enough to cause local disruption but not planetary consequences. The odds of a supereruption occurring in our lifetime remain extremely low, estimated at 1 in 100,000 per year. However, the importance of monitoring cannot be overstated. Conclusion. Yellowstone has once again reminded us that beneath its breathtaking beauty lies one of the most volatile forces on Earth. While the 2025 eruption was not the disaster many feared, it is a rare and powerful insight into the dynamics of our planet's interior. As scientists continue their work, the eyes of the world remain fixed on America's most famous caldera, wondering, watching, and waiting.